In Movies and Money, film studios continue to push back movie release dates as theaters remain closed. We have film critic Erik Childress here to bring us up to date. Hello, Erik. Hope you and your family are doing well.
Hi, Angie.
Disney is the latest to shake up the summer season. That stock is doing some shaking around as well after Disney shifted its release schedule for the year.
They sure did, Angie, and they have started to reschedule a number of their high-profile films that they had removed from the schedule as this health crisis was taking hold. Their big-budget live-action remake of the animated MULAN is now slated for July 24th.
Release!
You will die pretending to be something you're not.
Yet here I stand, proof that there is a place for people like us.
A girl threatens all plans.
So this is another sign that the industry may be counting on a mid-July start to salvage what is left of the summer season. Christopher Nolan's TENENT is still scheduled for a week earlier on July 17th, and there is no suggestion as of yet that it is moving. But just after we spoke last week, Paramount moved Top Gun: Maverick from June 24th back to December 23rd, and now the National Association of Theater Owners is suggesting that June 1st could be the launch date to reopen movie theaters. There are still a few films clinging to late May and mid-June release dates, including Disney, which in the middle of this whole schedule shakeup is still holding firm with their Pixar release of Soul on June 19th, which may be a sign of hopeful optimism.
What else was in the big shakeup for Disney films, and how do you think it will play out?
Well, to make room for Mulan, they had to jettison their latest theme park ride turned feature, Jungle Cruise, with Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, back an entire year to July 30th, 2021. Now, some people may associate this move with the idea that the film may not be that good, but this is hardly unprecedented given that Universal moved their latest Fast and Furious from May to next April. Sometimes it actually is just about finding the best release date to maximize their attendance. That's why Black Widow, which was to kick off the summer season on May 1st, is now going to kick off the holiday season on November 6th, which was a slot originally slated for Eternals, the next in their new phase of Marvel films. That is now moved back to February 12th as their entire Marvel schedule basically shifted downwards into the next film slot. As for how it will all play out, it is still way too early to see how people are going to readjust to going back out into public if there is still no definitive treatment or vaccine, which we may not have for a while. A lot of the big movies in the holiday season can usually be expected to make around 75% of what they might have in the summer season. That percentage could be even less if there is still some unease.
Disney is also becoming the latest to take some movies straight to streaming, and that made some headlines as well.
It sure did, Angie, though this one could be read a bit more cynically. ARTEMIS FOWL was part of this big Disney move, though they didn't just reschedule the film from its May 29th release or remove it from the schedule until further notice. They're putting it straight onto Disney Plus, their streaming service. Now, this is not a big surprise. They already moved the film from last August into this May, and this is clearly a sign of no confidence in its theatrical prospects, so they may as well cut their losses and focus on their surefire successes. And Bob Iger has suggested that it may not be the last. Disney also pushed back many of their new Fox releases for the summer, including Ryan Reynolds in the video game comedy Free Guy from July 3rd to December 11th, and the big screen version of Bob's Burgers from July 17th to a year from now on April 9th. But once again, the troubled X-Men spin-off The New Mutants is nowhere to be found. That film was originally scheduled for April 13th of 2018. It has had 3 release dates since, and there have been rumors that it could eventually be headed straight to Hulu. Also keep an ear to the ground about the fate of the Amy Adams mystery, The Woman in the Window, which is currently in limbo and has also been shuffled around the schedule due to some poor audience testing. If Disney were to follow through on that promise, these would appear to be the next 2 to give curious audiences something to draw them to their streaming services.
Thank you as always, Erik, and have a nice holiday weekend.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.